Unit 2, Lesson 13, Practice Problems number 2. A bread recipe uses 3 tablespoons of olive oil for every 2 cloves of crushed garlic. 3 to 2, 3 to 2, olive oil, 2 crushed garlic. A says complete the table to show different sized batches of bread that taste the same as the recipe, aka equivalent ratios. So, how do we get from 3 to 1? We divide by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. We have to divide by 3 on this side. 2 divided by 3, yikes. Let's say we have 2 candy bars. We got 3 people to share them with. We can't give them both a whole candy bar, because that wouldn't work. We can't give them a half, because then there'd be 4 pieces. So let's give them each a third. You get a third, you get a third, you get a third. Now we've got another candy bar. You get a third, you get a third, and you get a third. They each get 2 thirds. Now, we're going from 1 to 2. How do we get from 1 to 2? We multiply by 2. Remember, we cannot just add 1. Okay? Ratios are multiplicative, which means we multiply or we divide. So we multiply by 2 to get from 1 to 2. It means we have to multiply by 2 here. That means we have 2 thirds plus 2 thirds, because we have 2 of them, and that's 4 thirds. 4 thirds, remember that 3 thirds make 1, and then you have 1 third left over. 1 and 1 third. I don't know about you, but multiplying from 2 to 5 seems difficult, so I'm going to go from 1 to 5. How do we get from 1 to 5? We multiply by 5. But since we're going from 1 to 5, we got to go from 2 thirds to 5. 2 thirds times 5. That is 2 thirds plus 2 thirds plus 2 thirds plus 2 thirds plus 2 thirds. Because there's 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 thirds. 10 thirds. Remember that 3 thirds is 1. 3 thirds. 3 thirds is 6 thirds. 3 thirds is 9 thirds. 3, 6, 9, and there's 1 more third. 1, 2, 3, and 1 third. All right. Last but not least, from 5 to 10, we multiply by 2. So here we will multiply by 2 also. 3 times 2 is 6. 1 third times 2 is 2 thirds. All right, that's A. B says draw a double number line to represent this situation. I'm out of space, so I'm going to draw it on here. Double number line. We've got oil, cloves. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Going by ones on the top, we have 1 is 2 thirds. 2 is 1 and a third. 5 is 3 and 1 third. 10 is 6 and 2 thirds.